The rain had been falling since late afternoon. Not the kind that comes and goes, but the kind that latches on and seeps into the world, saturating everything. I had moved into this old countryside house just 3 days ago, chasing solitude after years of city noise. The real estate agent had called it charming and full of character. I should have noticed she never mentioned comfortable. The house had creaks where it shouldn't, shadows where the light should reach, and a faint smell of damp wood, as though the rain had lived here long before me. Tonight, the storm was worse. Wind pressed against the old wooden frame, and the rain hammered the roof like impatient fingers. I made tea and sat by the window, watching the darkness outside ripple with every gust. That's when I heard it. Not the rain, it was slower, heavier, deliberate. Somewhere upstairs. I froze, listening. It came again. Like someone walking with soaked shoes across the hallway above me. I told myself it must be the wind, or an old pipe shifting. Still, I couldn't shake the thought, the house was supposed to be empty. I climbed the stairs, each step protesting under my weight. The upstairs hallway was dim, the light bulb buzzing faintly. The air was colder up here, as if the rain had found a way inside. I followed the sound to the last door on the left, the guest bedroom. When I opened it, the room was empty. But the wooden floor near the window was wet. A trail of muddy, bare footprints led across the room, and stopped right at the doorway where I stood. My heart hammered. I searched the corners, opened the closet, nothing. Just the whisper of rain against the window. I shut the door and went back downstairs, convincing myself it was just water from the leaking ceiling. But then I noticed something impossible. There were now wet footprints on the staircase, going down, ahead of me. I didn't move. The house seemed to hold its breath. Then came another sound, faint, just beyond the living room. I could almost hear the water dripping off someone's clothes. I backed into the kitchen and grabbed the heaviest thing I could find, a cast iron pan, holding it in front of me like a shield. My eyes darted around the room. The sound was closer now. I called out, "Who's there?" The shuffling stopped. Silence, except for the rain. I waited, straining to hear. A single drop of water hit the floor behind me. I turned sharply. There was no one, but the back door was slightly open, swinging in the wind. I stepped forward to close it, and that's when I saw it in the glass reflection of the door. A pale face, dripping wet, standing just behind me. I spun around. Nothing. The door slammed shut. The lights flickered. From the darkness upstairs came the sound again, tap, 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 but now it was running. Fast. Towards the stairs. I dropped the pan and bolted out the front door into the pouring rain, not even locking it behind me. I didn't stop running until the house was a shadow in the distance. I never went back. They say that old houses remember the people who lived and died there. I don't know who I heard that night. But I do know this, when I drove past the house weeks later, in daylight, I saw something in the upstairs window.